He groaned as he felt a sharp kick on his butt and fell from the bed. Blinking his drowsy eyes, he slowly pushed off the floor and sat upright. For a few moments he kept sitting there staring into oblivion, and then he tilted his head to look at his wife, who was sleeping horizontally on the bed. He had been kicked out of the bed. Again. It had been almost a year since you both got married, but he still wasn't used to your weird sleeping habits, especially your powerful kicks which sent him off the bed every single time. Wow. Other wives wake up their husbands with soft kisses and sweet greetings, and here's mine, kicking me like a donkey. He murmured to himself, watching you roll on the bed like a fish wiggling out of the water. Oh God, he instantly bent down when you lifted your leg to kick again, dodging the kick with a few seconds or it would have landed across his face. He crawled away from the bed and sat on the couch, his eyes gazing at you actively kicking around in your sleep. By now, he had sobered up from the drowsiness. Never saw someone being lazy when awake and playing football when asleep. My wife is either a mutant or belongs to some other planet. Shaking his head, he got up to go to the washroom to freshen up and get ready for the day. Jungkook emerged from the bathroom freshly showered and saw you sitting on the bed. Morning messy hair appeared as if it hadn't been washed for days. With dried drool marks near your lips and pillow marks on the side of your face, you looked like an infant who had a long, peaceful sleep. Good morning, sleepyhead, Jungkook spoke, a hint of tease lining his tone. He rubbed the towel on his wet hair and discarded it on the couch before making his way towards you. He bent down and dropped a kiss on top of your head. Still sleepy? He ruffled your hair. You hugged him by his waist, burying your face in his abdomen. Jungkook blinked as you closed your eyes and fell back asleep. Love, wake up. Don't you want to go to work? You whined and shook your head. But love, he paused when you pushed him away and fell back on the mattress, all set to go back to sleep. Are you okay? Concerned, he took a seat beside you and placed his palm on your forehead, but your body temperature was normal. You had always been a lazy person, but lately you had been ditching your work a lot of times. This behavior of yours confused him. Is there any issue at your workplace? You know you can tell me. Though he was genuinely worried, his incessant pestering was irritating you. You wanted to get up and be productive, but leaving the warm, cozy bed seemed like a sin. Your body and mind were in great conflict, and every time there would be a chance for your brain to win, your body defeated it, rendering you stay on the mattress. Ryan, oh, go away, I don't want to go anywhere. You snapped before you could second guess yourself and pressed a palm on your ear. Jungkook, taken aback by your reaction, stayed silent for a few moments before letting out a loud sigh. He tucked you in properly and pressed a kiss on your forehead. I'm leaving for office. Give me a call if you need anything, okay? Rest up. You opened your eyes slightly, guilt creeping up your heart. You offered him a small smile, pressing a soft kiss on his palm. I am sorry. I just tired and sleepy. Anyways, take care and drive safely. He reciprocated the smile and got up from the bed. Though worry gnawed at his insides, he didn't let it show on his face and left after waving you goodbye. Damn, you inhaled sharply after puking your guts out, a hand reaching to press against your throbbing head. You slid down and sat on the floor, your back pressed against the bathtub. What is happening to me? You wondered, your mind clouded with the thoughts of your deteriorating health. You had been throwing up a lot, feeling tired and nauseated all the time. Your body felt feverish and weak. Initially, you thought it was because of your unhealthy eating habits, but as it had been happening continuously since a week, it made you think otherwise. Be it anything, God, but please don't let me die. What would my husband do without me? You buried your face in your knees, taking deep breaths to calm yourself. As the clouds of anxiety cleared up from your head, something clicked in your mind. You rushed forward and opened the lowermost cabinet. Your eyes raked around until it spotted the thing you were searching for. It's time to finally use it. You parted your fingers and peeked from the gap between them. The pregnancy test kits were lined on the center table, making your heart beat faster and faster with each passing second. Your patience was wearing thin, and those test kits were taking forever in showing the results. How long is this going to take? You couldn't help a groan that escaped you, and then it happened. The first one showed two faint pink lines. Your heart drummed so wildly against your chest that you feared it might burst out any moment. A jolt of electricity skated down your spine when the other four kits also showed the results. Out of five, four showed positive results, while one showed negative. Oh my goodness, a cold sweat broke out on your forehead, and you ran a trembling hand over your clammy face, trying to ground yourself to the reality of the situation. You didn't know how to react, maybe because it was unexpected, you didn't plan it, or maybe because you were too happy that you forgot how to respond to it. Wait, this means I am pregnant. Oh, you blinked, staring into the space, your face blank and devoid of emotions. As the realization dawned upon you, a smile, soft and subtle, broke out on your lips. I am pregnant. I'm gonna be a mom. You jolted up and jumped around the living room in happiness. Oh no, I shouldn't jump around too much. I'm with a baby. You carefully sat on the couch, one palm resting flat on your abdomen. A smile remained intact on your face. The thought of telling Jungkook about this made you feel butterflies in the pit of your stomach. But how do I tell him? You slipped into deep thoughts until an idea popped up in your head. You picked up your phone and called someone. Hello, Monica. I want you to meet me in half an hour. I can't believe this, one. We shopped for your wedding, we shopped for my wedding, and now we are here buying things for your child. She exclaimed, her voice thick with emotions. You gave her a small smile. It felt like just yesterday when we used to go to school together, then college, and then we got busy with work. If that wasn't enough, we got hitched, and now you're having a baby. She paused, giving you a side hug. It felt like a lot has changed and at the same time nothing at all. Everything is differently same. We have grown up so fast now. You glanced at her, your eyes welling up at her words. Stop it. You know I'm sensitive when you are talking about all these things. I'll cry. She chuckled and wrapped her hand around your shoulder, giving it a soft squeeze. Leave it. So we have the sonogram, a baby on tree, a pair of tiny shoes, and a head saying to be dead. Everything is perfect. Now I just hope your idiotic husband gives the best reaction or else I'm running after him with a knife. You laughed, making her laugh along with you. I'm hungry. Let's eat something. Sure, it's on to be Auntie Monica. You chuckled and you both made your way towards the cafeteria. Excuse me, two strawberry milkshakes and two lemon custard tarts. You ordered the usual and waited near the counter with Monica. Your gaze lingered over the delicious food options and Monica looked around the crowded place. Why and look, is that Jungkook? She tapped on your shoulder. You whipped your head around, averting your gaze where she was pointing. There, at the far corner sat Jungkook. A smile curved on your lips, but it faltered when you saw a girl sitting across from him. She was speaking something, while Jungkook's attention wasn't solely on her. His gaze kept flickering to the main entrance every now and then. Maybe he's here for a meeting. You shrugged off, diverting your attention to the tart instead. Monica too waved it off, looking around the aesthetics of the vintagey cafe. However, your gaze again moved to Jungkook and what you saw this time made your blood boil. The sad girl reached out to hold Jungkook's hand, which was placed on the table. The way he immediately retreated his hand insinuated he was uncomfortable. By his expression, he indeed looked uneasy. That was when you decided to step in. You walked towards them. Jungkook was the first one to notice you. His eyes widened in pure horror. His reaction confused you. Why would he react like he was caught doing something illegal? Hey, what are you doing here? And who is she? You are still a little confused by his reaction. Jungkook jolted up from his seat, and the girl followed after him. Ryan, what are you doing here? I'm here to shop, but why are you here? Did I interrupt your meeting? You are still clueless about the situation. Yes, you did. Do you like basic manners? Walking onto people having their time? This is unethical. She spent her tone sharp and bitter. You were caught off guard by her attitude. Jamie, you excuse me. What did you say? Having their time? What time are you having here with him? As far as I know, it's a meeting. A business meeting to be precise. Jungkook looked absolutely horrified by the situation now. Business meeting? Stop making assumptions, lady. We are on a date and you are interrupting us. Go away. Your jaw ticked, hands clenched at your sides as you darted a stern gaze at him. What is she saying, huh? A date? Care to explain what is happening here? Jungkook gulped, fear fueling his nervousness as he struggled to let words out. When his words were cut off by Jamie again. Why do you need an explanation, huh? And why do we need to tell you anything? The audacity of interrupting our date and then shamelessly asking for an explanation even after I ask you to leave. Who the hell do you think you are? Her voice raised a little, gaining the attention of surrounding people. I'm the wife of your date, so I guess I have the right to question him now. You replied sternly and watched as Jama's lips parted in shock. She switched her gaze between you and Jungkook as if searching for the truth. Wife? What is she saying? Is she speaking the truth? What in the hell is this? Taehyung. She yelled. Her bitterness started towards the man standing across from her. Taehyung, are you crazy, girl? He's Jungkook, John Jungkook, my husband. Everything was a mess, full of confusion, and the one who could clear it wasn't even daring to speak, or perhaps he was not getting a chance to explain himself. What? What is all this, Taehyung? I'm a Jungkook or whatever. You're married and your name is not even Taehyung. How many more lies are there? How can you stoop so low? Not only you are cheating on your wife, but betraying me too. Jungkook's eyes widened at the accusation and he shook his head vigorously. I did not. I can't believe this, Jungkook. You did this to me? Is this what I get after loving you unconditionally? Were all those promises, sweet talks even real or just another play of yours? Jungkook shook his head, reaching out to hold your hand, but you refused his touch. His heart clenched when tears streamed down your face. The look of betrayal, the eyes full of hurt and disappointment felt like a punch to the gut. No, baby. Girl, I don't know you, but I'll say only one thing. Don't waste your tears on this dodgebag of a man. You deserve better. Much, much better than this cheater. My cousin, he's a reputed advocate. He's tall, muscular, and handsome. You'll like him for sure. You can date him after your divorce. Jungkook's eyes went round in shock and disbelief. No, no, she's my wife, okay? She won't. A loud bang interrupted him. An angry Monica stood beside you, glaring at him. He blinked, mentally cursing his fate. He was surrounded by three women, each one dangerous than the other. Neither of them was letting him explain himself. He wondered why you three didn't bait him black and blue till now, and as if God heard his intrusive thoughts, Monica shouted, John Jungkook, you're dead, you're so dead. He screamed when she pounced on him. He ran around the table while she chased him. The other people quietly enjoyed the drama. What did I tell you, huh? I told you to keep my girl happy, right? And you? I'll kill you today. He ran and ran and then stopped behind you, holding you between Monica and himself like a shield, his breath coming in short gasps. Look, you guys need to listen to me, okay? Let me explain. Hey guys. Someone again interrupted him. Your eyes turned towards the person. Jungkook sighed in relief when he saw who it was. The main culprit of the whole chaos, Kim Taehyung. He looked at all of you, an angry Jamie to a fuming Monica to a crying you, and lastly, devastated Jungkook, who looked like he went through years of torture. Oh, I think I interrupted something. You guys continue, I'll just. He trailed off and smiled awkwardly before turning around to escape, but Jungkook was quick to catch him. Where to Hyung? First clean the mess you created. My marriage is on the verge of breaking because of you. You better explain everything before I end you, he threatened, holding him in place. Oh, hey everyone, I'm Kim Taehyung and I work in my own company. My mom is my mother and my dad is my father. I'm their son. Jungkook pinched his back, glaring at him. Father, you are reciting your biography. Tell the truth. Whisper yelled at him. Taehyung looked at him with a smile which appeared more of a scared one. Can't you see them? Three women and that too angry. One wrong word and I'll be 18 feet under the next moment. I'm not even married yet. He whispered back, internally crying, but he called for this by himself. Leave it, coward. As he glanced at you, he shuddered in his spot. Those glossy eyes full of angry tears had him tremble on his spot. Wine, my love, I am not cheating on you. I only love you. This girl, I mean Jamie, she is Hyung's blind date. He was supposed to be here with her, but at the last moment, a meeting came up. He had to attend it urgently. So he asked if I could come here and accompany her for just 5 minutes. I just arrived a few moments before you came here. I swear I'm not lying. He sounded sincere, his tone vulnerable. He is right, Ryan. I was the one who pestered him to be here for just 5 minutes, but I didn't know the situation would turn out like this. I apologize for it. I'm sorry, Ryan and Jamie. Sorry, my foot. She grabbed a glass of water and threw it at Taehyung's face. Jungkook flinched, afraid that she might throw one at him as well. But she grabbed her bag and stormed out of there, much to his relief. Jungkook looked at Taehyung, who was wiping his face with tissues. I haven't taken a bath in 2 days, so it's fine. He grinned, unbothered. Jungkook gave him a weird look. John Jungkook, you almost got saved from getting killed by my hands. Jungkook gave her an awkward smile and then glanced at you. You looked relieved, but still a little enraged. He stepped closer and took your hand in his. I swear, baby, there's only you. There was never anyone before you, and there wouldn't be anyone except you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have agreed to come here. But I was trying to tell her, but she wasn't ready to listen. I. His soul left his body when your eyes shut close and you fell limp in his arms. Ryan, open your eyes, hey. He tapped on your cheeks, but you didn't respond. He panicked. Please open your eyes. I swear I won't ever step into a cafe ever again. Just talk to me. But you didn't respond. Take her home, Jungkook. She needs rest. He nodded and functioned absent mindedly as he scooped you up in his arms and rushed out of the cafe. What? He whispered, his voice trembling with the rush of emotions as he stared at the sonogram. He looked at you for confirmation. As you nodded, his eyes welled up with tears of happiness. A sob, raw and vulnerable, escaped from his throat as tears cascaded down his cheeks. Your smile faltered slightly, your own eyes welling up as you didn't expect this kind of reaction from him. Jungkook, you cradled his damp cheeks with a gentle touch, his tears collecting in your palms. He smiled through his tears and took your hand in his, pressing soft kisses on them. I'm happy, so happy He broke into louder sobs and pressed his forehead against your hands. You shifted closer, pulling him in your arms. He buried his face in the crook of your neck. his tears wetting your skin. Don't cry, your words came out as a mere whisper. He parted away to meet your eyes, his happy, sparkling eyes locked with yours, and he gave you a beautiful smile. Thank you so much. He inched closer, and Pepper soft pecks all over your face, on your cheeks, underneath your eyes, on your forehead, along the curve of your jaw, and lastly, at your lips. Lie down, you need to rest. I don't want you falling unconscious again. Despite your protest, he made you lay on the bed and tucked you in. You patted his face beside you, asking him to join you in the bed, but he denied and got up. I have a lot of things to get done as soon as possible. I need to talk to your doctor, make your diet chart, buy you some comfortable clothes. Oh, and we need to renovate our home, prepare a room for our baby. Also, I need to search for good schools and universities. I'll even consider some options from out of the country. You watched him dumbfounded as he paced around the room, collecting a few files, his laptop, and a diary. Jungkook, relax. The baby isn't even a baby yet. It's barely a cluster of few cells. When you're not getting me, kids grow up very fast. We need to be prepared for everything. I want to provide the best to you and our little one. Take rest. I'll just make a few calls to my assistant. Before you could say anything, he was already out of the room. And your pregnancy journey was going to be like walking on eggshells because Jungkook's protective father mode was on. Don't worry, baby. We are going to the hospital. You and our baby will be alright. Don't panic. Take deep breaths, okay? Relax, relax. You gaped at him as he helped you walk out of the road, but it weren't you, but him panicking. Jungkook, calm down. I'm fine, and the contractions are not that severe. You rubbed a soothing hand along his arm. He nodded and inhaled sharply. Though he was trying to be strong in front of you, he was scared from inside. You hissed as another sharp contraction hit your lower abdomen, and his panic rose even more. His grip on your hand tightened, as if you'd slip away if you dared to let go. It's alright, Jungkook, just fetch the bag. We forgot it inside. He nodded and rushed inside to grab the bag Jungkook prepared months ago for this day. You watched as he sprinted out of the house and rushed towards his car. Throwing the bag in the back seat, he hopped on the driver's seat and drove off. You blinked in disbelief. Did he just forget me here? You watched his car going out of the driveway. Don't worry, baby, we'll reach there soon. He murmured words of reassurance, but when he didn't get a reply, he looked at the passenger seat, which was empty, and then at the back seat, which was empty as well. He abruptly pressed the brakes and looked back at his house, only to find you standing there with arms crossed across your chest. He got out and rushed back to you and carried you to the car, all the while mumbling apologies and comforting words to you. You are doing good. Push again, as the doctor instructed. Jungkook's grip around your hand tightened. The nurses and the doctor looked at him dumbfounded when he screamed as if he was giving birth, and the one who was actively in labor was rather calm. Mr. John, you need to calm down. I am calm. I'm trying to provide strength to my wife. Can't you see she's panicking? The doctor looked at you, and you dropped your head in exhaustion. The pain wasn't the issue because of your husband who insisted on you having epidural to numb the pain. You were tired because your baby was taking forever in popping out. One more push, Ryan. Come on, you are doing good. Upon her instruction, you pushed again, and this time you heard a shrill cry. Congratulations, it's a girl. A tired smile carved on her lips when the doctor placed the baby on her chest and one of the nurses cleaned the blood off her tiny, fragile body. Mr. John, would you like to do the honors? The doctor asked if he wanted to volunteer to cut the umbilical cord. He blinked as if he was in a daze. His grip around your hand loosened, and you heard a loud thud the next moment. What happened? You asked when the nurses rushed towards where Jungkook was standing earlier. The doctor shook her head. The obvious, your husband fainted.